Smart is the newest car brand to enter the Irish market, and this is their first model to launch here. It's the Smart #1. That's right, it's the #1. And it's an upmarket electric crossover to rival the likes of the Jeep Avenger, the Volvo EX30, the Mini Hatch and even the Mini Countryman as well. Now it goes on sale price for about €37,500. The range varies from about 310 to 440 kilometres depending on which model you go for. So in this video we're going to take a look around this new Smart #1. We're going to look inside and outside, take it for a drive and see if it's a hit or miss for Smart's first electric vehicle to market here. And we're in luck because this is the super hot 428 horsepower Brabus edition. I'm Caroline and this is the Carzone YouTube channel. If you're looking for a new or used car, head over to Carzone.ie, Ireland's trusted motoring marketplace, and you'll find lots of great cars there for sale from trusted sellers. Please give this video a like and please hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already. First of all, we need to talk a little bit about the Smart's family history because it is a little bit complicated. So Smart became very famous in the 1990s for building the Smart 4.2 compact city car. Now they're back, they've got a brand new lineup of cars, they're all electric and the cars are bigger as well. Mercedes still part owns Smart, but Geely is also on board, and Geely is a Chinese car giant that also owns Polestar and Volvo. So this actually shares its underpinnings and batteries with the Volvo EX30. To further complicate things, Brabus is the traditional tuning partner of Mercedes-Benz. So this gets the sportiest styling of the entire range. You've got a front splitter with some red trim. You've got these go faster vents here in the bonnet. There's this Y-shaped LED light bar and this has matrix LED headlights as standard. So it's fast and furious with a 0 to 100 figure of 3.9 seconds. No matter which #1 you go for, you get this cool bitone look, but the red roof and the black body colour is reserved for the Brabus edition. 19-inch alloy wheels come across the range, but the Brabus gets this really cool sporty design with the red brake calipers. They all have these flush door handles that glide out to meet you, and also these very premium frameless doors. There's also the floating roof design, and here's where you charge it. The entry model has AC charging up to 7.4 kilowatt and DC fast charging up to 130 kilowatt. But all other models in the range get 22 kilowatt AC charging, which is brilliant, and also DC fast charging up to 150 kilowatt. So you will get an 80% battery charge in about 30 minutes. You've got a Y-shaped light bar just like the one at the front, and it does a cool lighting up sequence as well. There's more sporty Brabus trim there at the bottom and also this very pronounced rear spoiler. There's a powered tailgate as standard and that opens to reveal quite a small boot. It's 273 litres. Now you can expand the space by letting the rear seats forward a little. They also split fold 60/40. There's a little bit of underfloor storage. You can pop the charging cables in there and also a very small storage compartment under the front bonnet. So if you are looking for a car with a more practical boot, you might want to look at the #3. For a small car, it does feel nicely spacious back here. So I've got plenty of legroom and plenty of headroom. And because it's built on a pure electric vehicle platform, you've got this flat floor the width of the cabin. There are a few amenities as well. You've got USB ports, there's pockets in the back of those seats, and there's also an armrest with cup holders. The quality is really good as well, so it does feel as upmarket back here as it does in the front. And one little party trick is that you can move these seats forward and back, and that creates more space in the boot. The #1 gets a very upmarket cabin. It's very nicely built and you definitely see the Mercedes-Benz influence in here, particularly in this center console piece, the air vents and the ambient lighting, which is 64 colours. This is the Brabus edition, so it is the sportiest of the range. You have some nicer trim elements like the Alcantara finished steering wheel with red stitching, these gorgeous suede seats with some more red detailing, and also the red seat belts. You get this large touchscreen in the centre of the dash. There's also a slim digital driver display, and this one also has a head-up display that projects your speed onto the windscreen. There is a lot of functionality in this screen. It's quite busy with menus, so if you want to adjust even the side mirrors, you have to go into this screen as well. So it's a bit like the Volvo EX30 in that regard. You do need to spend a little bit of time with this to get used to it and find the functions that you need. But there are some handy shortcut buttons. So for example, to bring you to the vehicle settings or the driving mode, and the ventilation settings are also always present there at the bottom of the screen. It does come with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto as well. And you have this little Fox avatar. So that's like a personal assistant, and you can activate that using voice control. So that can help you out as well. And otherwise, it's a very well equipped car. So you have the panoramic glass roof as standard, 360 camera, heated front seats with power adjustment. And this one also has a Beats sound system. On the road, the smart #1 Brabus feels fast and fun. That's the best way I can describe this car. So it's built on the Geely platform that also underpins the Volvo EX30, but this feels a lot sharper and more driver focused. It's a lot of power. It's dual motor, so 428 horsepower, 584 newton meters of torque, and 0 to 100 is 3.9 seconds. So it is very, very quick, but I do feel it can absolutely keep up with all that power. The only mechanical update is a sports suspension, but there's a nice tautness to how it feels on the road, and it's very secure and planted through bends. You can absolutely throw this around corners. It is brilliant fun to drive. The steering is really quick and responsive as well. There are a few different driving modes. So there's a Eco mode, Comfort, Sport, and Brabus mode, and that's the maximum attack mode. And it also has this, what they call a virtual engine note. You can probably hear it there in the background. So that's piped here into the cabin, and it's inspired by the original Brabus Smart, and that was fuel powered. So it pays homage to that car. And it is quite funny at first when you first hear it, all this noise coming from this little electric car, but definitely adds to your driving experience. And you can, of course, turn it off if you want. You don't have to have that in the background. But it is really good fun to drive this car. It is an expensive car, so this Brabus edition is priced from about €54,000, so it's right at the top of the #1 range. You've got 400 kilometers of range, that's WLTP, and I've been getting between about 330 and 350 kilometers in real world driving. So I do think that's good, and of course you do have that fast charging capability as well. There is a few different strengths of regenerative braking. You can access that through the screen. There's also one pedal driving. So that's where you can control the car using just the accelerator pedal. And lots of people like that in an electric vehicle, so it's good to know that this one has it. Now a heat pump comes as standard from the premium model and above. Now a heat pump comes as standard from the premium model and above. There are other variants of this if you don't want to go for the top of the range Brabus. So there is an entry model with a 49 kilowatt hour battery and a range up to about 310 kilometers. Of more interest to Irish buyers will probably be the version with the larger battery, 66 kilowatt hour, single motor, and the range is between about 420 and 440 kilometers. So it's going to be more efficient than this Brabus edition. And it has plenty of power, over 200 horsepower, 0 to 100 in less than 7 seconds. So those are quick cars. But altogether, I have to say, this smart #1 Brabus, well, it's fast, it's fun, and it definitely feels very special behind the wheel as well. So I think it is a brilliant choice of electric crossover. If this is in your budget, then it's just a brilliant car. The smart #1 Brabus is an expensive small car, but it is incredibly good fun to drive and it offers some amazing performance. The #1 is compromised in some areas like the small boot, and the infotainment certainly takes a little bit of getting used to, but if you're looking for a fun and upmarket small electric crossover, this is definitely worth a look. If you like the look of this smart #1, head over to Carzone.ie, Ireland's trusted motoring marketplace, to see what's available from Smart's Irish dealer network. Please give this video a like and please hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.